Hey, I'm Jade, and this video is about Demi Lovato's song Cool for the Summer, and whether or not it's biphobic. Demi Lovato's song Cool for the Summer is about a woman who is engaging in a sexual relationship with another woman, presumably for the first time. Lyrics include, "Take me down into your paradise, don't be scared cause I'm your body type, just something that I want to try cause you and I are cool for the summer." Now the song may seem kind of progressive since it depicts a non-heterosexual relationship, which isn't something we commonly see in North American culture. But if you look closer at it, there's a lot of biphobic stereotypes in the song. Now, I think the first reason that this song could be considered biphobic is that it kind of depicts bisexuality as being an experiment. It talks about how she's curious and she just wants to try something out. And it's also called Cool for the Summer, which for me is talking about how, she wants to have the sexual relationship in the summer. And summertime is one of those times where you're more experimental with your sexuality. Sexuality is more fluid, and it's kind of the appropriate time to experiment. And I think this alludes to the larger stereotype that bisexuality only really exists when you give a heterosexual woman the appropriate context, environment, or situation to engage in sexual relationships with the same sex. It's not a permanent orientation where someone can, continuously have sexual and romantic relationships with both men and women across their life course. Instead, in college or the summertime or at a party where they're drunk, heterosexual women will engage in sexual activities with other women just because, they're experimenting. Now, I think this kind of makes allusion to the larger stereotype about bisexuality, that bisexuality is not a romantic orientation. That individuals don't date both men and women, but instead women, who are typically the bodies we see associated with bisexuality, date and are romantically and sexually attracted to men, but are only sexually attracted to women and only sleep with them. The reason that this is significant is because if bisexuality is almost always depicted through the female body, and bisexual women are always seen as only being sexually attracted to women while still romantically attracted to men, then bisexuality isn't a threat to heteronormativity or heterosexuality, because women in the end almost always end up with the male and end up having a family and kids with them. So their attraction to women is always trivial or just something they sexually experimented with. It also reflects the fact that bisexuality is almost always depicted from the male gaze for male consumers. If women are sexually attracted to other women but still romantically attracted to other men don't need to be threatened by these lesbian relationships, and they also can enjoy them by objectifying and sexualizing them. It simultaneously makes bisexual women's attraction to women kind of fleeting and only experimental, while still making these relationships sexualizable and enjoying to the male consumer, and then also kind of have this fantasy that because it's a bisexual woman, they might sleep with both men and women at the same time, and therefore that person can have a three-way. The song highly sexualizes their relationship, but it also highly sexualizes the female body, talking about "take me down to your paradise," and also there's another line about taking a bite of a cherry. It's a very sexual song that doesn't seem to be focused on a sexual relationship between two women and how they experience it, but how this relationship instead could be consumed by straight men who enjoy objectifying lesbian relationships. On a similar note, bisexual women are almost always depicted as really socially attractive and beautiful because it makes their relationships with other women more easy to sexualize by the male gaze. I think a really good example of everything I'm talking about would be Olivia Wilde's character in the show House. 1, it's Olivia Wilde, so she's freaking stunning. 2, her character, bisexual character, only has really sexual relationships with women. She sees it as something that she wants to conquer, and she wants to have a challenge in trying to get women to sleep with her, and you constantly see her having one-night stands with other attractive women. In contrast, she has a long-term romantic relationship with her co-worker and Omar Up's character. She does end up with a woman at the end of the show, but she only gives it lip service. You never meet her, don't know anything about it. She just I ended up with a woman, and that's it. And I think her character, just like the song, is consistent with the fact that bisexuality is only depicted through women that are considered socially attractive, and is seen as something that is highly sexualized and sexual and not usually romantic. And there's nothing wrong about making a song about sexual experimentation. The problem with Lovato's song is that it's only one of few depictions of bisexual relationships that itself still invokes the common stereotypes we have about bisexuality. What we need is more songs, movies, shows, whatever, that represent bisexual relationships as they actually are. And for people that argue, oh, it's just a movie, it's just a song, whatever, songs and movies are how we've come to understand the social world and have a huge part of the socialization process. We're constantly told that bisexual people are this or that, then we're gonna start to believe it. So that's my video on Lovato's song Cool for the Summer. If you like my video, please give it a like, and if you want to see similar videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, see you next time.